Hey guys, it's Rodimus Primal. I am back with another video, and today I am bringing you some Transformers news that actually confirms some reports that I brought to you guys at least about a month ago. So let's take a look. Consider supporting the channel on Patreon. For as little as $1 a month, you can help us bring you more content like this. Okay, so before I actually touch on the actual Transformers news today, I wanted to, of course, remind everybody that the contest ends tomorrow for the giveaway that I'm doing for the celebration that I had reached over 20,000 subscribers. The actual prize came in the mail. It is a Season 1 box set with all 16 episodes of the original cartoon. It is a Region 1 DVD, so if by chance somebody wins that is outside the US or Canada, it being a Region 1 DVD, I will give you guys the fair warning that it won't play in a non-Region 1 DVD player, but if you have a region-free player, it will play. But other than that, I'm really excited to be giving this away because it's a small token of my appreciation to each and every one of you. So let's get into it. The actual, news that I've got is something that I brought to you guys, I would say about a month ago. And what I talked about was Hot Rod was being reissued. And it really surprised me because I wasn't expecting this. I wasn't expecting them to bring back a G1 toy and actually re-release it again, especially now that the toy has been reissued quite a few times. But I guess they figured that, you know what? Hey, they got the trademark for Hot Rod back and they need to resell the toy, or at least, have the name, keep on going. But what's really interesting is that it's a Wal-Mart exclusive. Now, to some, that might be a bad thing. Some people don't like Walmart, but with Toys R Us going away, where is this toy going to sell? Now, I'm going to leave a link in the description to the actual Walmart link. I know that you can pre-order on robotkingdom.com. I'm not sponsored with them or anything else like that, but just so you guys can have a link if you really want to order it. And I think it's like $40, which is really affordable for this toy, considering that if you want a actual original G1 toy, it's going to cost you a little bit more. But the interesting to note about this toy also is that it's the Target Master mold. Now you're asking me if you've never heard of what Target Masters are. Target Masters were G1 Transformers that were some of them were, let me get into it, is that the gun would transform into a little robot. And that little robot was actually supposed to be a person in the suit, and then it would transform into the gun, and then it would attach to the larger transformer in vehicle mode, or it would just be their normal gun. They also re-released the 1986 toys of Hot Rod, Cup, Blur, Cyclonus, and Scourge, and they gave them Target Masters as well. So they were re-released in 1987 with additional plugs for them, and they also had to remold the hands slightly so that they can fit the actual Target Master plugs, because the gun handles were actually a little bit bigger than the standard gun size for the 1986 toys. And that's what they did here with this reissue for Hot Rod, which you can see obviously the hole is a little bit bigger, in vehicle mode, and that the hands are slightly different than if you have a G1 1986 Hot Rod. Now, I already have Hot Rod. I have the Takara reissue that was a Target Master. I have the commemorative series Toys R Us exclusive that came out around 2001, I think it was around that time, and it was named Rodimus Major or was it Rodimus Minor? I'm trying to remember, but back then they didn't have the name to Hot Rod then, and it wasn't until around that Transformers The Last Night came out that they actually got the name back. So I guess what it looks like is that they're actually trying to reuse the name so that they can continue to use that for a character named Hot Rod moving forward, which is actually really, really cool. I would hope that that Rodimus Prime becomes a leader of the Autobots, but then again, looking at the current Machinima series, I'm not going to review it until this the series comes to an end, and then I'll do a full-on series review with that. But if you guys want to get this Hot Rod toy, obviously I'll leave the links in the description. Okay, so the next bit of Transformers news actually is something that I reported, and a lot of people either hated or loved the fact that I delivered this news. Either that, or they thought that I was straight up lying, because I see a movie report and I'm reporting on it, and everyone is like, no, this can't be true. Well, it looks like it really is. I mean, I was skeptical at first, and I'm still a little skeptical now as far as like what the actual news headline says. But let me read it to you, because this is where, but before I actually do read it to you, I want to show you this image. This image here, the Transformers Cinematic Universe, was apparently by Paramount, was supposed to have June 23rd, 2017 was when the last night was supposed to come out. They wrote in that Transformers 6 was going to be the Bumblebee prequel, and that was June 8th, 2018, which is 2 weeks away. Obviously, that's not happening. That's getting pushed back. And Transformers 7 was penciled in for June 28th, 2019. Then what happened was at Toy Fair, the actual movie slate for the next movies came out, and it looked like it was in fact going to be a reboot. And you can see here, Transformers Bumblebee is now slated for December 21st, 2018. G.I. Joe in 2020, Micronauts, which I don't see how they can make a movie out of that, in 2020 as well. Dungeons and Dragons, I don't know where they're going to go with that either, in 2021. And untitled Paramount Hasbro event film. Well, now what it seems is that Deadline is reporting this exact quote, and I want to leave it here so that you can actually see it, in text. It says, in addition, the Melrose lot has undated Transformers 7 from its previous date of June 28th, 2019. In its place, Paramount will release the Tiffany Haddish comedy Limited Partners on that date. Paramount has hatched a writer's room led by Akiva Goldsman to hammer out future iterations of Transformers movies. The spin-off Bumblebee movie, whose clips were well received at CinemaCon, comes out December 21st, directed by Travis Knight. Michael Bay has hinted that Transformers: The Last Knight was his final stint in the director's chair for a Transformers movie. Transformers 7 was put in as a placeholder on the calendar years ago, and the studio is rebooting the entire franchise in the direction of Bumblebee. So, it looks like this is official, guys. It looks like that, yes, not only is the live-action franchise coming to an end with Transformers: The Last Knight, but Bumblebee is 100% the beginning of the new film franchise. Now, you guys are probably saying to yourself, no, well, they're filming with Sector 7 and all that kind of fun stuff. Well, maybe they're just rebooting. We don't know. We obviously don't know what they're going to be doing, exactly how this is going to play out. It very well may be that this does connect to the first Michael Bay Transformers movie. I'm still skeptical. I think that it actually is the reboot, but I'll be honest with you, I'm hopeful, and I'll tell you why. Because Transformers: The Last Knight was one of those movies that if you're a hardcore Transformers fan, you're going to see it and you're going to be like, you probably kind of like enjoy some of the explosions, blah, blah, blah. And then you see it a second time or a third time like I did, and each time you watched it, you were like, this movie is horrible. It's just a really, really, really bad movie. And obviously, those of you who saw it and didn't like it, and some people really, really enjoyed it. I mean, I reviewed it and I was kind of like, I kind of enjoyed it, and that was because I enjoyed some of the aspects of it. But I still, overall, I really think it's a bad movie. I think all of Michael Bay's Transformers movies are pretty bad movies. But I think they can get better now that he's number one out of the director's chair, and that maybe if if Hasbro and Paramount and whomever gets their hands on the Transformers film franchise can reboot this film to be something amazing, where now we can start having Transformers look like Transformers again, and maybe we can actually have story development based on the Transformers themselves. The door is open for them. And honestly, I think this is because Hasbro has laid their gavel down and has said, no, now we are taking full-on creative control over the entire Transformers franchise moving forward. That and goes from everything from each of the cartoons that comes out, all of the comics that comes out. I mean, if you guys already know that IDW is rebooting, you know, from the films, the toys, everything. They are taking everything, and it looks like that they're just hitting the reset button with all of it, taking full-on control and trying to be their own storytellers. And I think this is a good thing. I think this is promising. I know some of you guys are going to be like, no, man, I really loved Michael Bay's Transformers movies. I loved each and every single one of them, and I want them to continue on. I want them to make 20 more. And some of you guys are like, well, thank God this nightmare is over. And yeah, I'm actually in that boat. I'm actually in the yes, let's reboot, let's start with Bumblebee, and let's go forward. Forget this, trying to tie it to the first Michael Bay Transformers movie, and let's make a good film franchise moving forward. Let's make it for fans. Let's make it for newcomers. Let's make it for all ages. Let's leave out the potty humor. Let's make Transformers look like Transformers and make them the stars of the show. That's right, the Transformers have to be the stars of the show. I can't reiterate, like the first Michael Bay's Transformers movie, you guys can obviously sit there and go, yeah, that one we can forgive because they're introducing the mass audience to Transformers. But moving forward, every movie should be literally about the Transformers themselves, the actual characters. We should have character development between the actual characters, Transformers themselves, and not so many scenes with more humans, running around with potty humor jokes. It's just, man, thank God Michael Bay's films franchise is rebooting. Thank you very much. So I really want to know what you guys think. Obviously, leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you like this video, be sure to thumbs up and subscribe. Follow me on social media, obviously Facebook and Twitter. If you guys want to help support me on Patreon, it would be greatly appreciated. I have a new Transformers discussion video. Hopefully I should have it done probably within, I'm going to be working on it hardcore over the weekend instead of enjoying the sun. So, so I'll be making sure that next Transformers discussion video comes out soon. I've already recorded the audio, already got the, what I'm talking about, and it'll be coming soon. So, as always, guys, until next time, till all are one.